It's his first time here, y'all. Techno-pagan and seeker of the divine, Darrin Barnett. Is that high waist?
That's kind of scary. So, back in high school, you all knew this guy. I promise you, you knew him. He'd be strutting around the campus, sneering at you all because you're the fun-loving types of people. You know, he'd maybe spit down at you, you bunch of hippies. You know, the kind of person who would look at someone and say, "Make war, not love." Taking himself much, 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 much too seriously, oh my God. And generally engendering the comment, "Wow, that guy really needs to get laid." Heard that a bunch from my friends. I would always tell them, because that guy was me, I would always tell them, never. I will never be one of you drug-addled, sex-addicted people. You're crazy, and all you do is deny your true purpose in life. Not that anyone ever asked me what that was, but anyway. They would always laugh. Never really took it all that seriously. I did. Which is why it's kind of funny that I lost my virginity in an orgy. One evening as we were all hanging out in college, because I got all the way through high school without losing my virginity. In college, a bunch of us are hanging out at my friend Alex's place. He's tall, he's thin, he's blonde, he's very beautiful. And his, track star looking girlfriend, Tracy. And their, big bruiser biker friend, Wade, and his teeny tiny, I swear they were like 3 feet different in height, teeny tiny little girlfriend, Tina. And another friend of ours, Shannon. How do I describe Shannon? Does anyone here remember the Addams Family movies? Remember Wednesday Addams? Yeah, she grew up. Oh my God, she's hot. Just take that body, give her platinum blonde hair and gray eyes, and kind of a twisted sense of humor. But anyway, we're all sitting around one evening in Alex's apartment, and they're smoking and joking, and I'm being Mr. Clean, and. They offer me alcohol, knowing that I'm going to refuse because I'm a complete teetotaler. And after a while, we've been there for a couple of hours. We've watched a couple of movies. It's a very warm summer evening. One of them says, "Dude, at least drink some orange juice or something." So I'm like, okay. I get handed the orange juice. I down that because, hot, thirsty. It tastes a little funny. But they explained to me, no, it's an old carton, don't worry about it. It'll be fresh the next time we're going to open a new one. Okay. After a short while after that, after I've had maybe 1 or 2 more of these, I think it was 1 or 2 more, someone breaks out a deck of cards. So now we're playing poker for bullshit stakes. We're just, throwing numbers around for no good reason. And after a short time of that, one of them says, no, we've got to play for something real. Got to play for something real. What's it going to be? Well, one of them says, okay, well, let's play for closing time. Okay, strip poker, really? There must have been something in that drink, because there's no way in hell I would normally agree to that. But I was like, okay, sure, I'm going to kick your ass, but okay. About, I guess, an hour later, I realized that I had missed my calling. Because at the end of that poker game, I hadn't lost a single scrap of clothing and everyone else was starkers. And Wade and Tina go off to one corner and start to make some interesting noises. I'm like, I'm not going to look. They're having sex. I'm not interested. And Alex and Tracy go off to another corner and they're making interesting noises. I'm like, no, I'm not interested. And then somewhere in there, that Dutch courage that they slipped to me gave me the idea, hey, there's this beautiful, pale as snow woman sitting here looking at you, and she's naked. Maybe you should say something to her. And I turned with my maximum possible gallantry, and I looked her right in the eyes, and I said, "Milady, I would be very honored for the use of your time." She had my clothes off about 15 seconds later. And, I've always admired her body. It was really fascinating. She had just this beautiful layer of fat over her that just concealed these incredible muscles. So, here I am, I'm a soldier, and she pins me down, no time flat, mounts me, and I'm lying there, helpless, under this goddess, as she slides down on my cock, and it rises up, and I get to see it glisten, and she disappears on, up and down and up and down, and it was like the process of forging a sword. You heat it, and then you hammer it, and. I thought that I was a refined person. I thought I had a purpose in life, and that purpose was to kill people. Oh no. I came out of that completely changed.
Yes. Amen.
But I think I said that that was an orgy. She didn't stop there. She called Tracy back, and Tracy rode me while I drank myself out of Shannon. Oh, and that was a whole nother, oh my God, I'm another new person again. And I came out of that evening, once we were all done, and I skipped basically 6 miles across Oakland. Thinking, oh yeah, this is it. Sex is fun. I can do this. Sex is fun. Okay. And embarked upon, the standard, I guess, straight guy, having sex with various people then here and there, until I met this pair of bisexual women. Again, here we are with the Rob, who's the clean-cut butch, and she's short, and she's zaftig, and she's wonderful, and very assertive. And we have Jay, who's kind of cafe au lait skin, and she's got dreadlocks, and very again with the twisted sense of humor. And one night after, I guess about 3 weeks into the relationship, they say, "We're going to go to a play party. Would you like to come?" I have no idea what they're talking about. I say, "Sure, why not?" And then they look at each other and smile, and I go, "Okay, what did I just agree to?" And they explain, and I'm very concerned. Not because I think they're going to hurt me. I'm a big, tough guy. I can take a lot of punishment. I know I put myself through a lot of punishment. I was worried that I was going to hurt them. And they promised me, "Oh, no. There's no way, Darrin. Trust me. We can tie you up such that you can't hurt us." I'm like, "Okay, you know who you're dealing with." So off we go to the play party. We get there. It's somewhere in Noe Valley out here in the city. And I'm kind of weirded out and stiff and formal the way I am in new situations because, there are a bunch of people there and none of them are familiar. And basically they kind of look like this audience, but they're all in black leather and chains and stuff. And that kind of freaks me out. And then I go, wait a minute, I like black leather. What the fuck? So I get over myself after a few minutes and we mingle. And then the ladies drag me down to the dungeon. And they take me past the St. Andrew's cross. And they take me past various implements. I still don't know what most of that stuff does. They take me past the cages to the rack, where they break out the 2,000-pound test climbing rope, have me strip, and tie me to it. And then they begin to work on me. And I laugh at the floggers. And I kind of laugh at the riding crop. And then they break out a shinai. Do you guys know what a shinai is? It's a bamboo practice sword. It's about so long. And they're used in kendo. And they hit me with one of those. And I knew exactly what that was. And boom, that 15-year-old was back. And he wanted to kill. And he starts to rage, and he's, throwing himself around, trying to move this rack that is bolted to the floor, and it's moving. And he's trying to work his hands out, and one of them is starting to slip. And there's a mesh front that he's lying on, it's inclined, and he can, when he opens his eyes, which isn't often, he can see perfectly clearly in front of them, and Jay walks right past just as he gets his hand free and reaches through and takes hold of her hair. And then there's this Independence Day moment. Release me! Now, you guys are laughing, but if you were in her position, you would see someone determined to kill her. Someone determined to do worse than what she had just done to him over the previous 2 hours. She looked back up at me and she said, "Do you want to be let go?" And of course the answer was, "Yes." Okay. Perfect acceptance. She wasn't afraid. And just that one drop of love transformed all of that rage. That person who knew that he wasn't accepted, who knew that he wasn't wanted, who knew that life wasn't worth it, transformed. And in that moment, I came to realize that sex is more than just kind of fun. And no, it's actually a lot of work when you get down to it. No. Sex is worship. It's work because it's transformative, because it remakes you. That relationship, that spark, that's what it's all about.
Darrin Barnett.